Hey everyone, it's J5 the Hyperforce, the one that flies super high with style and panache. I heard you like Bottleman, and therefore you'd want to win your bottle battles, huh? Well, for that, you'd need a good combo, wouldn't you? Something that could floor the competition, destroy the opposition. Well, you've come to the right place, because on this episode of Hyper Talks, a rambly video series where I talk about design, writing, oddities, reviews, basically anything relating to my passions and or profession, we'll be doing just that. Building perfect Bottleman combos. Or at least, as good as I can make them. This is a part of a trilogy of videos where I design perfect-ish combos for the prototype system, the DX system, and the Godcap system. Although the Godcap video will be in like 2024 or whenever the line officially finishes. Can't make the perfect combo when we only have like 2 figures. This video is the prototype system perfect combos video. We're going to be dealing with these little boys instead of those bigger DX boys. This video was suggested by G-Cross Official on YouTube when I asked for video ideas. I took this comment and this video saga spawned from it. If you want to suggest ideas for future Hyper Talks, please tweet them at me at J5 the Hyperforce, or leave a comment on my community tab on YouTube or on other Hyper Talks videos. I can't promise that I'll take suggestions, but if I like what I see, I might do it. Thank you so much for the video suggestion, G-Cross Official. Okay, so there's 2 ground rules I want to set up before we get into the actual builds. Rule 1 is no specialised bottlemen. So out of the 15 bottlemen from the prototype system, not counting the recolors or the retools of Kolamaro Energy, Aquasport Shield and Gyokuro 4G, that eliminates 2 bottlemen, Wonder Grape and Ryujin Blend Dragon. Their parts are just too specialised to really make combos with. While Ryujin Blend Dragon is not allowed, Ryujin Milk and Fujin Black on their own do count for this. I'm also taking Premium Salafire out of the running because what the fuck is a Blast Boss? What the fuck is a Sonic? How do you work a game piece into a combo? Trying to make a combo with Blast Boss just would not work. So that just leaves us with this roster to work with. Rule 2 is no mixing cores. The best example of what I mean is my custom Rise Speeder. Yes, we're talking about him again. He has a drive hold part on one side and a roller hold part on the other side. This is what I would count as a mixed core. Basically what I mean is just swapping around the hold parts inside cores. For this video series, I only want to use what Takara has provided to the public. Not everyone can 3D print extra parts, or have the ability to split the cores open. The plastics on the Cola, Aqua, Gyoku retools are softer, so it allows for a less painful disassembly, but other bottlemen won't be as easy to disassemble. So basically, I'm just going to be using whatever parts were given to us. Okay, so those are the rules. Let's get to building. While this video is about the perfect build, I didn't just want to make one build. Given that in the DX system, a perfect build is kind of impossible to make. I'll explain why that is in the DX episode of this video saga. So I came up with a solution to this issue. I expanded the idea of this video. I'm going to make a best power, best speed, and a best control combo. Then finish it off with the best all-type combo. Sound good? I think it sounds good. So let's not waste any more time and start with the best power type combo. So if we want to make the best power type combo, this will have to be focused on raw power. How strong can we make a shot? And I'm not talking about alcohol. What do we have to work with? We have Kolamaro, Fujin Black, Kerpet, and TANSATAN. Wonder Grape is banned from this, so what is the best power type combo? It's Wonder Grape. Yeah, the power from that Bottleman is just so raw. But he's banned, so out of the standard power type Bottlemen, what do we get? Well, we only need 2 Bottlemen. Any Kolamaro and TANSATAN. This is Powered Soda. Oh yeah, I'm going to be giving these combos code names, by the way. So we have proper names to refer to them by, instead of just being perfect power type. Yeah, names. So, Powered Soda here uses Kolamaru's core and TANSATAN's arms. Kolamaru's rubber drive strip adds power to shots. TANSATAN's arms with the power buckle on the back keeps the hold parts from spreading outwards, leading to even stronger shots. Let's give him Fujin Black's metal cap too, to add even more power. I am using the Kolomaru Energy Core here, which may be slightly weaker than Kolomaru, given the smoother plastics, but that's because I feel like the standard Kolomaru is going to break if I do this. I don't trust that Bottleman. I trust energy, I don't trust the normal one. We could add Kerpep's legs for an added gimmick of tilting, but I honestly don't know if the tilting even helps with power output. Maybe so, because it's like a tripping mechanic? Hitting the target right at the bottom to trip it up? The bigger they are, the harder they fall kind of thing? Maybe? Okay, so that didn't work out how I thought it would. Is it a ricochet mechanic instead? It's meant to do that, but no, it just went... That's not how Takara illustrated it in Foreign Core or whatever it was. Yeah, that definitely bounces. That is not what Takara showed off in Koro. That is a lie. That is a fucking lie. Fujin Black's long trigger could work well for this power type combo, given the trigger's ability to force caps through harder since the trigger can push past the hold parts. But the core has rollers! Why does a power type have rollers? That's a speed type feature. Yes, it's for the blended dragon combo, I know. Rollers and tight arms can be used for good power. Just look at Aquasports. Aquasports is pretty strong for a speed type. In fact, he is the strongest speed type. But I didn't want a speed feature on powered soda. So if I did allow for mixed cores, we can use Fujin Black's long trigger with Kolomaru's drive core, Kerpep's feet, and TANSATAN's arms. That would be powered soda's true form, just combining all of the power gimmicks together. But because splitting cores is a nightmare, and I don't really feel like trying to break my Bottlemen, the Kolomaru, TANSATAN, and maybe Kerpep's combo will be our powered soda. Editing Josh here, turns out, after messing around with all these Bottlemen, TANSATAN can also be the best power type just on its own, and powered soda could probably be just TANSATAN, and that be it. An idea that I had for this video was to try to mix up the combos, so that's why we have a drive core, despite the fact that it's technically weaker. Maybe it can just be TANSATAN with Kerpep's feet, because added power gimmick, as we've seen, it ricochets at 10 degrees. It travels along the floor at 5 degrees. Maybe not, because I didn't get the chance to test a TANSATAN Kerpep's build, but whatever. So, just adding a bunch of power gimmicks together. That's powered soda. Boom, done, bosh. Next is our perfect speed combo. For this, we need to focus on 3 factors: capacity, reload rate, and shot speed. The speed types that we can use are Aquasports, Raijin Milk, Salafire, Dual Gold since he has roller hold parts, and Sametz. Honestly, Raijin Milk is just the best speed type combo on its own. His huge 7 capacity magazine, the infinite magazine, and the big foot part that allows the Bottleman to balance with the massive magazine, along with the roller hold parts in the core, just gives him the best speed and capacity. The reload rate is pretty bad, but hey, 8 shots from one Bottleman is kinda nuts. Give this guy speed caps and he's really zooming. But if we really have to customize Raijin Milk, I think giving him Aquasport's shield or Dual Gold's core, keep the magazine arms and legs, and maybe give him Samet's headpiece would work pretty well. This is speeding white. The idea is to basically give Raijin Milk big bulky arms and headpiece, so you can get a proper grip on this guy with one hand, then reload with your other hand. That fixes the reload problem. You shoot with one hand, you reload with the other. There, boom, done. I believe that the bulky arm parts and headpiece of Sametz is to help with the grip. since I believe it's meant to be a one-handed Bottleman. Samets's head is more solid than Raijin Mill's given his, well, moves. That's not really good when we want a solid one-handed grip. I don't use Samets's arms because that would block us from using Raijin Mill's magazine, and, well, the alternative is horrid. I hate Samets's quote-unquote magazine so much. We're using Raijin Mill's magazine. It's the best one for this. Samets can fuck off. I'm using the Random Collection Volume 1 speed cores because of their different roller hold parts. There's a bigger gap for the rollers to roll around in, so it leads to smoother shots compared to the regular roller hold parts. I think smoother shooting means faster shooting overall. There's no Solifier parts because, well, he's only really a speed type because of its core. We could use the Solifier foot part on Speeding White to give it smoother movement options, but then there's basically no balance. Plus, it really doesn't affect the speed of shots or the fire rate, so it's kinda useless to this combo. You could use the booster shot technique to make shots fly faster with these foot parts since, you know, smoother rolling and whatever, but you would have to thrust so much and so rapidly to keep up with your fire rate, which, you know, isn't exactly the most practical thing to do a lot of the time. Just look at the footage, I'm struggling to do it. In fact, Solifier's foot part would be better used on powered soda. The booster shot technique does boost speed, but it is a power type gimmick. It boosts shot speed and shot power. Booster shots with powered soda using Solifier's foot parts just makes the frosting easier to do with the ball rollers. So yeah, Solifier is better used for the power type combo than he is the speed combo, and he's a speed type. So yeah. Overall, this build of Speeding White uses Raijin Milk as a base, using Aquasport's Shield's core and Samets's headpiece. This is all we need. Kinda. There is a mod I did to this Bottleman that will help. I don't know if this counts as core mixing, which it probably does given my criteria for the term, but hey, I'm gonna describe it anyways. So, the first version of these bottle cores had a potential jamming issue when using magazines because of this little gap at the back of the head. Skull Pistol and Beyond have these redesigned back of the heads where the jamming no longer happens, because it's now all smooth, there's no gap. Since Aquasport's Shield uses the first versions of these cores, because that's what Aquasport's uses and they just reuse the mold, I've swapped out Aquasport's Shield's back headpiece with Sparkling Night to get more flush loading. Yes, the white colours are a bit off, but hey, now the reloading will no longer have the chance to jam, or a very, very tiny chance to jam. This is core mixing, but this helps the guy perform better. If you don't want to do this mod, maybe use Solifier's core, since it is a version 2 speed type core. Samets also uses a version 2 core, but the first run of Samets' core has a trigger jamming issue. Only use Samets if you have a later release of him that no longer jams, or you know how to fix your jamming Samets. For me, replacing the back of the heads is just easier. The back of the head switching is easier to do than swapping hold parts. In fact, this is how my Aquasport Shield and Sparkling Night are built. They traded back of the heads. I know, I'm not pure, I'm such a slut. So how about our Perfect Control custom? What we need to focus on is stability, grip, and accuracy. The bottlemen we have to work with are Gyokurok, Skull Pistol, Sparkling Knight, and CC Leon. You wanna know what the best combo is? Just give Skull Pistol Sparkling Knight's mask. Skull Pistol's barrel is a perfect part for this combo. Skull Pistol's trigger pad is really nice too. Giving Skull Pistol Sparkling Knight's crosshair sight is just a good call to make, because crosshairs are good for aiming at shit. However, we can make this better. You may suggest using Gyokurok's arms to give it more stability. Well, no. I think a better grip would be better for the combo. Let's use Sparkling Knight's body and his headpiece for the wider trigger pad and the crosshair sight. Skull Pistol's foot parts for the barrel attachment, and for the arms, we'll use Kolamaru's. Kolamaru's wing grips are great for control types. Other bottlemen, like Aerosol, show that wing grips are used to boost stability and grip. This is only one version of controlling beverage. You could use Gyokurok's core instead of Sparkling Knight's for another great wide trigger pad, or use Gyokurok's arms without the swords to have those tips on the floor. But Gyokurok's arms are just not good enough for this custom. Yes, the sword barrel is longer, but the gap between the swords being a bit wider than a bottle cap makes it so that there's more wiggle room for less accuracy. Skull Pistol's barrel is tighter. Oh my! And besides, Kolamaru's arms just fit better for this. If you really want to use Gyokurok's arms, you could use Sparkling Knight's legs for that rail trigger, or CC Leon's legs for that angle aim foot part, or Fujin Black's legs for that wide surface area. But the rail trigger and the stability that huge piece provides is pretty nice, but it's not worth getting rid of Skull Pistol's barrel. CC Leon's foot part is actually unusable given its one job doesn't even work right. I guess it's good for stability because it's a pretty big surface area, but And Fujin Black's legs would work best with his own core since it all locks into place. You'd need to give Fujin Black's core one of those wide trigger pad triggers and control hold parts for this to work. And that's core mixing anyways, so it's banned. I just think Skull Pistol's barrel is more important for this. So this is controlling beverage. Basically just a Skull Pistol Sparkling Knight combo. Hey you! Yes you! Want to play a fun, energetic, adventurous story? With a big cast of fun characters, taking place in a modern fantasy, gunplay, AR sports centered world? Then please check out my visual novel with a simple yet vast battle system, our Matalan Showdown! It's about a group of late teenagers, young adults, trying to uncover the lost history of the new kingdom of Bidondera and the AR sport of our Matalan. Along the way you'll fight villains trying to do the same, and grow bonds with your party and the island. When a fight occurs within the story, you play the game's fight scenes while customizing your blaster's abilities and ammo. The game features many characters with their own unique ways to throw down a showdown, along with many different game modes to spice up the way you battle your opponents. I'm plugging my game because if you like both B-Daman and Bottleman, then you will love our Matalan. You can download the demo or play the full early access work in progress game over on my itch.io. Development will carry on once the lovely people want more our Matalan. If you want more, you get more. It would be amazing and mean the world to me if you at least tried out the demo. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, then maybe my top-down combat adventure prototype game, Dream Shot, might. You control 3 differently elementally themed characters as you explore the weird worlds of the escape zones to free its host from a never-ending nightmare. Each of the playable characters have their own skills and stats, within a combat system that encourages you to mix and match those 3's powers. The game is completely free and it's short, so there's no harm's done in giving it a go. I just want to know if the gameplay is a good idea or not. If it is, then I will expand the story and gameplay. I also have a speedrun time on the game, so if you want to see if you can beat the developer's time, then give it a Dream Shot. Ha! Ha! Thank you for listening to my adverts. I'll let you get back to your regularly scheduled J5 the Hyperforce content. So they were our 3 type specialists. But what about the perfect combo? Well, I actually have made this before. It's in my Bottleman DX first impressions video, but I'm revisiting this build. Let me introduce to you Blended Punch. Yeah, like Hawaiian Punch. Just like a bunch of fruit juice combined into one. It's a mixed drink and I couldn't think of a better name. If you've got better names for any of these combos, let me know in the comments below. This guy is Kolamaru's core, Aquasports' arms and magazine, Sparkling Knight's headpiece, and Skull Pistol's foot barrel part. Power, speed, and control. This is a strong Bottleman. Maybe too strong. The magazine pops out from time to time because of how powerful this combo is. You can swap this core out with a speed core and still get some powerful shots. With a bit more speed too, but I guess you do lose the punch. Blended Punch can be assembled in a few different ways. A drive power core, a normal power core, or a speed core. Either one works. However, the basic power core without the drive hold part, it is the standard power core, like TANSATAN's, that does make the magazine pop out a lot, so it's a bit of a risky one. So it's a bit too strong for the Bottleman to handle still. I think giving Blended Punch the Kolamaru drive core also helps balance everything out because it has power but it also has that little bit of give to give you a bit more speed, because using the TANSATAN body, I've figured out, is very destructive and it's really hard to shoot after a while, for me at least. I physically can't push it anymore. So the drive core makes this combo just work completely better. You still have that power from the drive strip, but you don't have so much power that you can't even shoot the fucking thing. So yeah, I think the drive core is the best core for Blended Punch. Blended Punch is meant to be a blend of all three types. The drive core is better for Blended Punch than the TANSATAN core because it makes everything smoother and more balanced and not destroy itself in your hands when you shoot it once. However, there will be those asking about Raijin Milk's magazine due to it having better capacity. In that case, I would change the arm parts from Aquasports' to Kolamaru's for the power squeezing gimmick and the better grip. The balance on this version of Blended Punch is going to be so bad, so you're going to need a good grip on it. The crosshair's sight works better with Aquasports' magazine too, given that it does show up above Aquasports' magazine, but it is covered by Raijin Milk's magazine. Reload time is also faster on Aquasports' magazine compared to Raijin Milk's magazine, so unless you can hold this guy one-handed, then you can circumnavigate Raijin Milk's magazine's bad reload times, because you're shooting with one hand, reloading with the other hand, you can multitask. Yeah, you get what I mean. You can combine the magazines together though for a huge magazine with so many caps. But yeah, nah. The connection is pretty unstable, so it would just fall off, and it just makes the reload time thing even worse. I'd rather just go for Aquasports' magazine. Plus, with the way that the magazine connects to Aquasports' arms, it keeps the Bottleman nice and tight, which makes stronger shots. So, faster reload, stronger shots, less finicky magazine to deal with. I just think this is the better blend of power speed control. Yes, less capacity, but you have better reload time, and you also get a stronger core because of the arms and the way it connects to the magazine. Yeah, you get what I mean! So, this is my pick for Bottleman Prototype System's best combo. Kolamaru's core, Aquasports' arms and magazine, Sparkling Knight's headpiece, and Skull Pistol's foot barrel part. Blended Punch. So, what do you all think of powered soda, speeding white, controlled beverage, and the grand star of this Hyperforce, Blended Punch? Do you think I made the perfect builds? Or can you think of a better set of combos? Or can you think of better names for these combos? Let me know in the comments below. Prove me right or wrong. Give my video engagement, please. Thank you! I think I did a pretty good job with all this. The next video in this saga will be covering the same topic, but using Bottlemen from Bottleman DX. This video was going to cover both Prototype and DX systems, but I knew combining those two together would make this a ridiculously long-ass video. And to be honest, I kinda want to make shorter videos in before this video is like 20-30 minutes long. I never plan on making my videos as big as they are, so hopefully this video is shorter, less bulk, less faffing around, even though I did faff around a couple of times, explaining why certain pieces wouldn't work for the combo or why other alternate combos just didn't sit right with me. I'm bad at this. I'm bad at making short videos, apparently. Here's how long the video has been so far. Holy shit, I failed at this. Getting back on track, the Perfect DX customs will be getting its own video, so this one isn't as massive and takes me like a month to make. Yeah, just splitting these into two. It also helps keep the video a bit more focused. This is Prototype, next episode will be DX. Simple as that. If I did combine them both together as one video like I originally planned, this would have been like a 50-minute video most likely. Besides, it did actually start out with me just making the perfect combo for both systems, but then my ideas expanded to have type specialist perfect combos, and that's when I decided, okay, I need to split this in half. I need to do 3 episodes. Proto, DX, Godcap, when Godcap finishes next year or whenever it does finish. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss when the DX version of this video comes out, because YouTube is mega broken and just subbing to someone doesn't do its one job anymore. Huh? Follow me on Twitter at J5TheHyperforce to keep up to date with whatever projects I'm working on. Suggest me ideas, or see me teasing upcoming content, or shitposting. I do that too sometimes. If you have any fanouts to send me, like my own personal Bottleman custom, Rice Speeder, my Bottleman fan character, Rina Bina, VTuber Jody, Sakura Yui Hanakari, or anything else relating to me, send them over to me on my Twitter at J5TheHyperforce and I will feature them within the next video I am editing at the time. Don't forget to check out my video game, our Matalum Showdown. If you like how I designed these combos, you can create fun combos of your own in our Matalum Showdown's battle system. There's also Project Dreamshot to try out too, because I'm experimenting with other projects. Both of these games are fun and cool to play, so I'm bad at marketing my shit. And with all that said and done, this has been J5 the Hyperforce. I will see you whenever next. Goodbye. Bye-bye.